everyone, Julian here, and today I'm going to be doing something I haven't done in a minute, which is I'm going to be making a techno track from scratch. Basically, I'm going to take some samples that I've made, and I'm just going to try and see what I can come up with. And then whatever I make here, I'm going to be giving away the full project file and samples and MIDI and presets and all that kind of stuff away for free in the description. So yeah, make sure to go ahead and check that out. And if you're a patron on my Patreon, check there because they'll be available shortly without a download gate. And yeah, let's get started. So we got a blank Ableton file here. You can see we're at 130 BPM. We've got one MIDI track. Let's get started with the kick. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get a kick from one of my videos. Like maybe let's use this one. We could also use like something a little bit less like insane. Okay, let's start with this kick. What we'll do is we'll just put in some quarter notes. Let's make a little 4-bar loop. I will, just get C3. There we go. Cool, and then the first thing we're going to do on here is we're going to grab a drum bus, just put it on there. Turn this down a little bit. That's good, and then let's tune the frequency of this boom to F. There we go. Give it a bit of on. Cool. So from there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get an audio effect rack, and we're going to make two chains. We're going to put it before the drum bus, and we're going to make one, which we will name Dry, and one, which we shall name Rumble. Okay, so on the Rumble chain, we're going to get a few effects. The first thing we're going to get here is a reverb, and we're going to just take this, turn the dry wet all the way up. Cool. From there, what we're going to do is we're going to put an amp on there, and we're going to switch it to the rock sound. Let's do that. Then, the last thing we're going to get on here, actually the second to last thing we're going to get on here, is just an auto filter. And what we're going to do with this is just dial it back. And there we go. We have a rumble kick. Now, the reason why I said the auto filter was the second to last thing is because what we're going to do after that is we're going to get a compressor. And we are going to open up the side chain here, and then we're just going to side chain it to the kick. And what we're going to do is we're going to do it pre-effects, meaning basically before the rumble. So we're side chaining this rumble to the dry kick, so it doesn't get in the way. You'll kind of hear as I dial this in. Turn it up a little bit as well. But yeah, so you can hear when I turn off the side chain, it really makes it a lot messier, and it's just not like, it's just not as clean sounding. Cool, so one more thing I'm going to do real quick, so I'm just going to get a little bit of saturation, actually before the rumble, and we're just going to shape this kick a little bit. I like to do this, it makes the kick a little bit more unique, and it makes you kind of like work with it some more and make it more your own. I guess that's sort of what I just said, but yeah, let's turn the drive up a little bit here, and then let's get the wave shaper, and we'll turn the depth up a bit. And yeah, you can hear really what I like about this too is it makes the kick hit like really hard. Try pitching this down like 1. There we go. That is the type of kick we want. Cool. So from here, let's start doing some hi-hats. I'm going to grab maybe something from here. Yeah, let's get this. We'll just do 16 notes with it. Cool, I'll put it there. Sometimes I like to pitch them down a little bit like that. It's a nice way to kind of take a sample and make it your own. Awesome. That sounds pretty cool. We can also get like another hi-hat. Like, let's use this one. I'll normalize it. And this one's going to be on the upbeat, so we'll just put this in here. Like so. Cool, and then let's take these also and make it 8 bars. And yeah, so something you may notice here is that the hi-hat isn't really hitting as hard as it should be. Like, something that I feel like people don't really pay enough attention to a lot of times when they make techno tracks is like making the hi-hats as strong as the kick, or at least like a strength equal to the kick in hi-hat form, I guess. Like if you listen to this, the kick is hitting really hard, and then this hi-hat is kind of soft and thin sounding. So we need to layer this up. So I'm going to duplicate this, and we're going to get a shaker. Or maybe something from No, maybe something from like up here. Like, I'll show you kind of what I'm talking about. Yeah, let's use this one. So you can hear. This just adds some nice mid-range. So it kind of fattens the hi-hat up. Like we have this one. And then you add that one in. And suddenly it feels a lot more powerful. So yeah. So then what we're going to do here is we're going to take this group. Or I'm going to group these together, I mean to say. And we're going to put a drum bus on the group. We're also going to grab an EQ8. And just cut out some low end here. Alright, cool. That sounds pretty good. Now, I'm going to add one more little percussion here. Let's get a clap. Let's do this one. Maybe we can use one from this one. Yeah, there we go. Now, with this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just add in a few, like, extra notes here and there. Like, this is just going to be kind of like an extra little percussive thing that just comes in and add some variation. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put some delay on it. So I'll show you that in a moment, but let's hear this. Alright, that's cool. And then yeah, like I said, we're going to put some delay on this. So let's put a bit of ping pong delay, just doing 16 notes. I'll turn the filter up a little. And you know, that makes it a little bit more like kind of spacey. Put a little saturation after the ping pong delay as well. Cool. So from here, let's make some synth stuff. So I'm gonna take operator, make a little like FM stab here, kind of. I'll show you what I have in mind. Basically, what we're gonna do is make a sound where it's just kind of like. Yeah, like something like this, where it's just like this sort of stab. And it's not meant to be so, like, even melodic. Like, it's just meant to be like a little. Maybe bring in that third oscillator. There we go. Alright, let's put that in there. I want to put it on this little, like, I'll show you kind of. Like, you can see with none of, like, with all this, we're not just putting it, like, you know. Like, we're doing kind of cool stuff with all that. Sounds kind of cool, too. Nice. Alright, that is a good start. So from there, what we're going to do is want some effects. I'm going to put an echo on here. And I want to try doing something a little bit unorthodox. Usually, you know, you go for like faster delays. Let's try a quarter note echo on here. We'll turn this low pass filter up a little bit as well. Yeah, that's cool. And then we can also put a ping pong delay going into the echo. And if we put that on maybe like 8 notes. You can hear that kind of adds to the rhythm because we're getting that like da 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 da, and then the don't like the kind of longer ones from the echo. So yeah, having like a really fast stereo delay going into a longer, slower mono delay is a really good technique. Actually, I like doing this a lot. Cool. So from here, what we will do is we are gonna grab a drum bus actually, and actually before I do that, I'm gonna put a little bit of reverb on this. There we go. Alright, so yeah, we're going to put the drum bus on here. As you can see, I'm using it on almost everything here. I really like drum bus. It's just a really good way to fatten your sounds up. Awesome. Sounds sounds good to me. The last thing I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to grab that side chain from the rumble and we'll put that on there. Just to kind of keep it under control. Cool, and then now I'm going to make another synth, and with this one, I believe I'm going to make a 303. So let's get an operator here, and I'm going to just make something kind of like fast, like I want to have it doing just constant 16 notes through this, actually. I feel like that would sound cool. Like, let's get this, and we'll just put 16 notes on F, and I might change these. I'm not entirely sure just yet, to be honest with you. Like, let's just kind of see what I come up with. I'm going to grab the compressor, side chaining it to the kick as well. And yeah, so let's get a saw wave here. Little band pass. And then we'll give it a little bit of resonance. And then, cool. So from there, we can put it through some effects. I'm going to put it through an overdrive, actually. There we go. And then let's also hear how it sounds through an amp. I think it'll be a little bit too much. Let's just stick with the overdrive. Maybe a little bit of saturation after. With some wave shaper. Here, let's do this. I'm gonna have it go. It's a little bit... Alright, let's try one more thing. Yeah, there we go. And then what we'll do is we'll go in here and turn on the glide. Let's turn this on. Quick glide. Turn the time a little bit. And then we'll put the voices on 1 here, making it monophonic. That's cool. Let's maybe give it a little bit slower time. Cool, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, the thing about that like faster pattern is it's good when you're like trying to come up with what you're gonna do with a sound. Awesome. Well, let's take this and give it a little bit of delay. I'm gonna give it like a ping pong delay, doing 8th notes. We will put that going into the compressor as well, as opposed to after it. Give this a little bit of an EQ8 with like a low end cut. Cool, and let's maybe get this a little bit of OTT as well. Yeah, we can just turn the amount down and the time. Cool, and then one more thing I'm going to put there on the end of the chain for the 303 is we're going to just give it a little bit of drum bus. Cool, so I'm going to make one more synth here. Let's get an analog, and we're going to make a little pad. What we're going to do is we're going to just put an F minor chord in here. Let's grab one saw wave. I will put the second one on a square wave. We'll put that up an octave. And let's set the amp envelope like this. What we'll do here is we'll just make a quick bandpass pad. Like I said, I'm going to get a bandpass here, turn up the resonance a bit. turn off that envelope. Let's put the LFO on the frequency as well. We'll make it kind of a slower rate. Cool, and then let's just put in like a long F minor chord, like I was saying. This shouldn't be too... Perfect. Now let's get a compressor sidechain into the kick again with just this one. Let's put those in the same octave as well. Cool. And then we'll give this a few effects. Let's give it some chorus. I'll put a bit of reverb on there as well. There we go, some little last minute mixing. And cool, so this is sounding pretty good. Now, one last thing that I want to do here is I do want to get a ride cymbal. And I'm getting close on the time here, but let's try one more. I'll just type in ride here. Let's grab, let's just get a simple 909 ride. And we'll just put this in here. And what we're going to do is we're going to give it eighth notes. And we're just going to make the first one in every two a little bit quieter with the velocity. And what will happen is we will get something like this. Cool, and you can hear that just adds a bit more sort of like high-end sparkle. Awesome, well, this sounds pretty cool to me, so I believe that's me for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, you can get the project file and samples and MIDI and presets and everything I created here for free in the description, so make sure to check there for that. And if you're a patron on my Patreon, check there because it'll be available shortly without a download gate. Thank you so much, everybody. Make sure to like this video as well as subscribe. Slam that little notification bell so you get a notification every time I drop a new video. And yeah, let me know what you think of this video in the comments as well. Thank you so much, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow with another video.